Holy Spirit will be all the spiritual experience you need. He is God, and he lives in you, and he will tell you about yourself. He's telling you about yourself right now. The question is, are you going to listen? He will tell you what type of person you are every day, all day, and he'll do it for free. Food and workouts and everything like that. The living word in my life, because I don't want others to miss heaven. Experience your past knowledge that affects your present vision. You see life through a filter that should have faded over time with God's help. Experience past knowledge that affects my present vision. I see life through this filter that should have faded over time with God's help. That gets you to a place where you think you know something. And God's like, no, yes, that was true then, but now that you're with me, let me give you a new view. Let me give you a new view of men. Let me give you a new view of women. Let me give you a new view of children. Let me give you a new view of church. Let me give you a new view of you. He will change that old view to a new view over time, and then your experience won't matter in this way as much. Because he has new experiences for you, but many of us can experience those new experiences because we're still trapped in the past. And so all wisdom that you walk in is jaded by your old experiences. And anytime you're in the mix of his wisdom, it has elements of foolishness. And that's why some of us end up walking in partial wisdom. It's like we hear from him very clearly, but then it doesn't fully work out. That's because we've gotten involved, and experience can do that. The number two one is emotions. Your feelings for things speak to you so loud, they drown out God's expressions of love that provide evidence of his presence. Your feelings for things speak to you so loud, they drown out God's expressions of love that provide evidence of his presence. Don't allow your emotions to speak louder than God. And last but not least, our ego. Our sense of self-esteem and self-importance can sometimes cause us to want something more than the will of God for our lives. I demand this and I demand that. I deserve this and I deserve that. And what can happen is it's not that you don't deserve those types of things, but God could be working on someone or something as that stuff comes to pass. An ego can try to cause you to push past God's timeline because, he ain't trying to just help you. I'll say that again. He's not just trying to help you. He's trying to make sure everybody get his love, including the one that's doing you wrong. And so he may ask you, trust me. Let me give you some wisdom how to stay out of the way of that person or whatever like that while I work on their heart. The ego will say, no, they got to get it together now. Because they don't say this to me and they don't talk to me like that. And God's like, yes, you're right, but hold on. I'm actually going to use you to bless them. So here's some wisdom. Here's what I want you to do. I'll never forget that happened to Pastor Melissa and I. There was an employee at one of the churches we worked at. Had made fun of Pastor Melissa behind the scenes. She went on an interview to do something and got something partially wrong on this little test. And this person fooled around and sent an email, she thought just to her coworkers, making fun of her. They said, look at her and look at what she did. And we were ministers at this place. But she CC'd Pastor Melissa on it. Melissa came to me, kind of embarrassed. Look at what they did. I said, they sent that to the entire department, making her a joke. Oh, yeah, we were hurt. We were upset, a little livid, embarrassed. I said, God, what you want us to do? He said, bless them. Thank you so much for watching the Root Network with us on today. We're so glad to be able to share how to be fruitful from the root to the fruit in every area of your life. Make sure that you like this, that you share this, that you subscribe to this so that you can continue to help us spread this gospel of grace and this ability to be fruitful all over the world. Again, remember you're victorious and we thank God for you. We'll see you next time on the Root Network.